The Mos Def song, Ms. Fat Booty. Iconic beat, iconic sample, iconic song. Lyrically, it's about Mos Def falling in love with a woman, first with just her looks, but then after some time, he's completely obsessed with her, but she can't commit, and then he's heartbroken. It's classic Mos Def, Yasin Bey, as he's now known. You should go listen to this song after this because it's so good. But the sample used, that sample mirrors the same thematic idea. This song was produced by Ayatollah, and he sampled a rare Aretha Franklin song, One Step Ahead from 1965. This song is a little different than most of Aretha's other stuff. It's her answer to Dionne Warwick. The producer Clyde Otis said of Aretha, quote, "Strange woman, brilliant woman, a woman blessed with inordinate talent. And yet, for all our time together, a woman I never really understood or got to know. I saw her as a woman holding in secret pain, and I wasn't let in on those secrets." This idea of secret pain comes through in the song One Step Ahead, which is lyrically about a woman wanting to leave the man that she's with, but being conflicted about that. Let's take a listen.
One step is all I have to take.
Already, if you know the Mos Def song, you're like, well, that's the song, but it's not what is sampled. The melody sounds right, but it comes a little later. Here's that guitar right here. This is the main loop right here. This idea is sort of the inverse of the Mos Def song. Aretha wants to leave, but is still maybe in love? Mos Def is absolutely obsessed, but he can't seem to get her to stay. So let's get into the sample. Ayatollah played with this beat a few times and made a few different versions, but ultimately settled on these as the main samples. This top track is the Mos Def track. This second track is the Aretha track. And let's play this first section right here.
I know I can't afford to stop.
Great. But then what he is doing is pitching this up just one semitone.
I know I can't afford to stop.
Got it? Next section is this right here. Let's take a listen to the original.
That it's too soon to forget.
And there are two versions of this, one that cuts early and one that finishes the line, forget. Here is the full version pitched up with the full word forget.
That it's too soon to forget.
Then we get to the main verse groove. Here's the original. That guitar, that pitched up sounds like this. And that is pitched up not quite a full semitone. If you download this in the producer's tier on Patreon, you can play with this. I did 40 cents pitched up. That feels about right comparing it with the original, but let me know what you think. So these sample chops are pitched up slightly, and there's a few other short chops throughout, but this is the core sample base. The drums are straightforward and bring the whole thing together.
I know I can't afford to stop. That it's too soon to forget.
If you're in the producer's tier on Patreon, you can go download this Ableton recreation right now. After producer Ayatollah finished this beat, he brought it to Rawkus Records, playing it for Mos, who bought it on the spot, as well as the beat for Know That, both of which are on the album Black on Both Sides. But he also sold him 6 other beats that have never seen the light of day. This album was released in 1999 with this song as the lead single. But do you know what the B-side was? The DJ Premier produced song Mathematics. And in typical DJ Premier fashion, the music and the lyrics match to an insane degree. But for that whole story, you gotta click here.